Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video.
Well, we're having deconstructed burgers for tea. I say deconstructed. Cook them with cheese on top and then put them in a baguette with some fried onions and some Cajun onion rings.
Yes, but have you told them how big the burger was?
No.
Well, go on then.
The burgers are about 8 inches across.
They're half-pound burgers, not quarter-pounders, half-pound Aberdeen Angus beef. They're huge. We've had to cut them up because they don't fit in a normal burger bun.
So, yeah. So,
Certainly not slimming. Definitely not slimming.
they're slimming if you don't eat both.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Devil dog.
We appear to have a devil dog. We do have a devil dog, don't we, Daddy? Oh, look at his eyes. Da, 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 da.
Should have called it Damien, shouldn't we? Yeah.
I think she's tormenting him.
Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk then?
I've got his lead.
I found it.
Well, we're having a walk this afternoon as we're at Mum's. We've come up the Pennine Way. He's on his lead because he's in one of those moods today when he won't come back. But have a look at the Wisewood. Isn't he wonderful? Come on then. Come on then. Walk on. There's a good boy. Well, it's almost bedtime and somebody... He's got a very pink tummy, Daddy.
He has got a pink tummy. But he's very warm.
He is very warm.
Eh? A beautiful baby.
Have you got a pink tummy as well, Mike?
Yes.
A very full tummy.
Yeah, very full tummy. Oh, the bedtime.
Come on, Poppet. Time for bed.
That's better. So it's Monday morning. Just approaching 10:30 and we've had a pretty much hive of activity here this morning. Ian got up fairly early and went down to the post office as soon as it opened to do his website orders, and then from there he's had to jump in the car and then drive all the way back over to Leeds, which is the city where we used to live, for work, legitimate work business. He's gone to pick up some industrial tape, packing tape for boxes that we had printed for a customer, because that's what we do, day job stuff. And then he's going to deliver it, and then he's going to come back again. So he's gone. So it's absolutely chucking it down with rain, sailing it down out there this morning. So instead of Ian taking Mr. B for a walk, I did. It was only a short walk this morning, because Mr. Bentley didn't want to go far, but he still wanted to go out, so you have to take him. So I walked him down to the church, St. Paul's, on the corner, slowly, so he could do his sniffing and his investigations and all that kind of stuff, and then do his business, and then we came back, and then I had to dry him. Put his coat out to dry because his coat was soaking wet through as well. His little head was soaking wet through. His little ears were stuck down to the side of his head. Bless him. So now he's kind of decided he's going to go back to bed again. And I'm sat just going through my website orders that have come in over the weekend, because it's Monday morning and that's what I do. So I'm just packing up stencils ready to go in the post later on this afternoon. So, fairly busy morning. Yeah, but in the meantime, I've got other stuff going through around my head. New projects, new things to do, and I also want to try and release at least one of my ephemera packs this week. So, yeah, busy week this week. It's Tuesday morning, and as you can see, Ian and I are filming Steam Kitchen for tonight. Still dressed up, haven't quite finished yet, but we've just broken for some lunch. But just to give you a little bit of an indication of what's in store, here's what we've cooked. So these are savoury parmesan crackers. And yes, there are a couple of bunny ones in there too. Looking forward to devouring those with lunch.
Spoilers! Good afternoon, everyone. Working on a new range of ephemera. It is the Vintage Perfumery, and it is so pretty. Adverts from going back to the 1880s, Art Deco, all sorts of adverts.
Or maybe even earlier.
Even earlier. Plus, I have some new
Hang on,
corners.
somebody else wants to be.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hello. You're glowing in the sunshine today.
It's because it's that time nearly.
Yeah, oh is it? Right, okay,
Yeah.
we'll better get busy then.
I've got some new corners.
Yeah, oh right, okay.
I've used them on the journals that I've made, but we've never had enough stock to sell. But we now have stock to sell, so they'll be going in a short while.
I like those.
Plus,
What's that?
I've got these
What's that?
button and string envelopes, legal documents. How cute are they? And they're such good quality.
They feel quite
They
thick.
feel very thick. They've even got a little thing so you can pull the documents out.
Isn't that clear?
So
Yes. All right. Hang on.
So they just wrap around there how you wish. And I'm going to supply them with little labels, but I haven't done those yet.
Well, you'd better get busy then, hadn't you?
Yes, sir, I had better get busy. Sorry, don't cane me again.
Cut. And it sparks to life. It's time is it today? What time is it? 9:45, so 9:45 on Wednesday, 24th of February. The month has gone so quickly. So yesterday, sorry, it's raining, so I'm just having to try and clear the windscreen and stuff before I pull off the drive. So yesterday, perhaps I shouldn't talk and drive at the same time. Maybe that's not a good idea. Try not to concentrate too hard. Yes, so Tuesday, it was me doing Steampunk Tuesday. I released my first two ephemera packs to lots of good comments. So people, you lovely people out there, are liking what I've done. So I only put a limited number on the website to start off with, so that it was easy for me to produce, and then as soon as I've got possibly halfway through that lot, I'll restock again, which I'll let you know on Facebook and that kind of stuff that I've restocked, and then in a week or two's time I'll release the second set, the sunflower and the butterfly bazaar ones. But yes, so thank you so much to everybody for your orders, your support, and also for all of the kind comments and messages that were sent for Ian yesterday. We sat and went through them all, and he did start to feel a lot better after reading all those. After 5 or 6 years of being on the internet and that kind of stuff, nasty emails are water off a duck's back for me. But let's just sort that camera out. What's going on there? It's very bright, isn't it? There we go. Hang on. That's better. Just sort the focus and the exposure out. But for Ian, who hasn't really been doing it that long, putting himself out there, getting comments like that are a real blow to your confidence. So thank you to everybody who sent all those messages of support and love. because he went through them all and he really did appreciate and start feeling a lot better. This morning he's in really good spirits, so that's good. So Wednesday morning, post office run, get orders out. I've got quite a few, so once that's done, then it's grocery shopping. Right, so I look like a bandit. It used to be, if you went into a post office wearing a mask like that, they'd think you were trying to rob the place. So yeah, that's all post done for previous orders. So not bad. Mostly to the States, a couple to Germany, a couple to Canada, and 3 for the UK. All under 60 quid. Not bad at all. Right, off to do the shopping. That's better. Just before I go out into the supermarket, I can't remember whether I mentioned earlier in the week about Prime Minister Boris Johnson's 5-step plan for getting the country back to normality by the end of June. So we're going to be going in stages, in 5-week increments, because the vaccination programme has gone so well here in the UK, that my age group will hopefully have had their injections, or our injections, by end of April, May time, which basically means we're the last on the list. So there's like 9 categories of at-risk people, and I'm in the very, very last one because I've no underlying health issues, and I'm, on that cusp of the age bracket for getting the vaccination. So well, actually not the last category really, I suppose, because there is one after me. So 50 and over is the last category. There's obviously all the people underneath that that are under 50 that will also get the vaccinations, but still classed as an older member of the community. I know, getting older is such a pain. But anyway, so it looks as though within the next few months we are going to start getting back to normality, providing that the British public do as they're told and don't go stupid, and follow guidelines. So by June, the end of June, we should be back to normal, which means that all of Ian's steampunk shows that were planned for later in the year, like the Asylum, which is the biggest one in the world, based in Lincoln, will go ahead, as well as some of the other smaller regional ones, like the ones up in Whitby and other places around the UK, which also means that I'll be able to go as well. That's if Mum and Dad are fit and healthy enough to look after Mr. B for us. Or we can go together, hire, a little B&B or a cottage or something, and take Mr. B with us. So that's going to be great. So again, the whole UK is now starting to make plans, starting to write things in the diaries again. Apparently, I heard overnight that holiday booking surged over the last couple of days, which is fantastic news for people. So will be a gradual phasing back to normality due to, or hopefully, if people behave themselves and don't act stupidly, and obviously the continuation with the vaccination programme, which has gone superbly. And of course, all the vaccinations that are left over are all going to be donated to third world countries, emerging economies, all that kind of stuff, which has already been announced as well, which is really, really good news for everybody. So I'm just hoping that, by the time we get back to the end of June and Ian starts going back out to do his steampunk shows and stuff, he has already decided, because I've made him decide basically, that he is going to continue to do regular videos on my YouTube channel. Because it gives him something to do as a separate hobby to his steampunk, but also he's discovered a passion for it. So he really loves creating the ephemera and the journals and all that kind of stuff. So we did sit down and discuss the other day about doing a journal making series for him to do, which he's really excited about, and there'll be more details of that coming out a bit later, once he knows exactly what it is that he needs to do. But I'm going to help him put the structure together, and being a former teacher, it's easier for me to sit down and work out a weekly plan for him so that he can plan what videos to film and when to do it and how it all works together for best effect. So hopefully that will be, we'll start talking about that and we'll start announcing that in the coming weeks. Probably there'll be mention of it before the end of March anyway. So all good stuff, all positive. So ending on a positive note this week, which is a good thing.
I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.